All right, hello, wine drinking people. We're back with more of what I drank yesterday, and the folks from Maison Selections have been in quite a few times. They've got a really interesting book of small boutique Spanish wines and even some fantastic sherries. One of the most unique things about Spain, and there are some producers or importers of Spanish wines that don't have one sherry in their book. Antonio, you know who you are. You're coming up next. But these guys are not afraid to bring in stuff like this. And I like to do business with small guys that have unique products. Usually they know a little bit more about what they're talking about. And these guys have, as I mentioned before, some great stuff. Starting out with a Blanco from Ribera del Duero from Vina Sastre. We have the Rojo here. And Flavus is the name of the wine. It's a blend of 4 different grape varietals, unfortunately. I didn't take very copious notes there. I didn't write them down. Probably white Tempranillo, Viura, and a couple other things they grow there. Sauvignon Blanc, maybe, Muscadet, and really aromatic bouquet here. Flowers, a little chalk-like minerality, hint of cocoa and white peach and melon fruits. Nice fruity wine on the palate as well. Very clean, a lot of concentration and minerality there, and a light spritz to the finish. Really nice, refreshing white, but with good complexity and concentration. Really good stuff for $22. Next up, the Mencos Rioja Blanco, and this is 100% Viura. Rioja Alta, all stainless, so no oak in this. A good amount of melon and lime citrus fruit. A little wet stone. Very clean and focused bouquet. Really crisp and clean on the tongue with kind of grapefruit savoriness to that finish, and leaves the tongue salivating for food. A little salt, note of salt there as well. Really good at $18.75. And then the Amizade Gadeo Monterrey. Okay, well, I guess Monterrey is the region. It's the first DO in Galicia, right on the border of Portugal. A really pretty bouquet of lime blossoms and chalk-like mineral, wet stones. Really clean, focused bouquet there. A nice savory wine on the palate with nice melon and lime citrus fruit, light and savory. A little note of sea salt there as well. Really good little wine, $21.75. All right, now a wine from the Cotes De Provence from Tibouren. And this is the name of the grape, Tibouren. I've never heard of this before. They're the only ones that use this varietal, Clos Cibonne. And they have flora in this area, supposedly. I've never heard of that outside of the south of Spain, them having flora. That is that flower kind of substance, the yeast that grows on top of the wine in the south of Spain, what makes sherry so unique, helps the wine from oxidizing while it's in the barrel, keeps it fresh. This wine had a lovely red cherry and strawberry-like fruit on the nose, kind of clay minerality, lovely texture on the tongue, smooth and polished with a dry finish. Really nice little rosé there, $27, maybe a little expensive. The Cuvee Especial, which is a selection of the older vines in the vineyard. And like I said, they have a little bit more of this floral character, which is special yeast, that grows on the wine in the barrel. And it gives a really nice creamy texture to the wine. Wild strawberry and cherry fruit here on the nose, again, with fresh flowers and red licorice and minerality. A bit more of that intense creaminess on the tongue. And a nice amount of that red berry fruit, kind of distinct minerality showing through that floral nuance on the finish. Excellent juice, the special reserve. And for a few dollars more, I'm trading up every time with that one. All right, the Amizade Mencía from Monterrey, and Mencía is the name of the grape, kind of clay and granite, sandy soils here. Nice amount of that black cherry and touch of black pepper spice and fresh earth, kind of fairly simple nose, but good concentration. A nice amount of that black cherry and plum fruit on the tongue with fresh earth and kind of dark spice nuance. Finishes with some tannins, but nicely balanced. Very good little wine at $21.75. And then Domino de Bibei Lalama, Ribera Sacra. And some of these wines a little hard to pronounce, and one of the things I always recommend to our Spanish brethren or any other foreign country, if you're bringing wine to the U.S., let's chop the name up, make it a little simpler for us non-Spanish speaking gringos over here. All right, this is a Bran Sayal and Morcion and a touch of Garnatxa, but 90% Mencía here, which is the grape you find in this part of Spain. This is their entry-level wine made by Sarah Perez from the Penedès area. Really nice perfumed wine with a good amount of floral herbal notes on the nose. Blackberry, black raspberry-like fruits. Really wild aromas there. And really wild wine on the palate. This wine's got a little of that garrigue and that floral quality, herbal quality that you get from the south of France. And a lovely freshness and a long finish there. Excellent juice, $42. All right, Juan de Anguera Garnatxa from Montsant. This got a really nice fresh berry pie-like aroma like Grenache has. Fresh herbs, almost raw steak-like quality as well. Fresh herbs and floral nuance, hint of peppery spice. Good amount of that spice and earth on the finish there, and really nice savoriness. They're echoing that Garri quality on the nose. Excellent little Garnatxa there for $20. And then Remelluri, one of the most famous Rioja producers. Well, one of the best in my opinion anyways, from Rioja Alto, one of the highest elevation. It kind of starts at 600 meters and goes up to 1,200. They've got pre-phylloxera, Garnatxa, and Tempranillo. Really complex wines made here, really concentrated, very rich, and a lovely elegance to them. Telmo Rodriguez is back, and this wine had a really nice wild strawberry jam-like fruit with an array of spice, fresh earth minerality, really pretty nose there. Wonderful concentration on the palate as well, with an array of spice and earth-like qualities. Rich, but at the same time, really balanced and long tannins. This wine needs a little time on the finish, but most excellent juice. It's got all the right stuff here. $39. And killer bottle, killer value. All right, coming up next, hey, there's Antonio from Terra Spagna.